Building your digital brand isn't just about what you post. It's also about what you don't post. You have all these gurus saying low IQ shit like, don't think about it, just post it. They're holding up cardboard signs and whiteboards, and it's just such an easy thing to say. But this guru says you should think about it, and maybe you shouldn't post it. I'm not a guru, by the way. But in this video, I'm going to break down what agents shouldn't post on Instagram. And if you like the sound of that, please huck this video a like, please. Do not post anything horizontal, photos or videos. It's not artsy, it's dumb. If you aren't posting something that fills the entire Instagram feed, photo or video, it will not perform well. If you post a horizontal video, it guarantees a scroll by. Every time I see a horizontal listing video on Instagram, I get physically sick to my stomach and I start projectile vomiting. I know that your videographer might have filmed that listing video horizontally, but you should be telling them to get something for the vertical platforms, or you should fire them for not suggesting that themselves. At the very least, download the InstaSize app and put your horizontal video or photo on a white background so it fills up the entire screen. I go into this in detail on our Instagram course, and the details for that are in the description. Classic. Number 2, do not post something without crediting the originator. If you are reposting something, make sure you tag the account you got it from. If you are doing the same video concept as someone else, maybe another realtor, message that agent and ask permission. Shoot them a DM and tell them how much you like their video and that you want to do a version of this on your own. They're going to say yes because it's flattering. Maybe you just got a referral partner out of this and they'll send business to you back and forth. If you just rip it off and post it with no credit, that agent will feel violated and send you nothing but a cease and desist. Number 3, do not make fun of your clients. I see a lot of realtors posting TikToks and Reels about how insufferable their buyers are or how unrealistic their sellers are. It's probably the worst strategy you could ever think of. I mean, what will your clients think? They just watched you pick your nose on the Ring camera during your open house and now you're making a TikTok about how they dare call you past 7 p.m. Making fun of situations and other agents and kind of broad real estate problems is fine, but doing specific content about your clients is a fool's move. Let me do that on The Broke Agent. All right, this one's a little different. Try not to post something if your client is waiting on a response from you. Your client just texted you at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday asking an update on the request for repairs, but you just posted an Instagram story on the 11th hole that you've lost 11 balls and you've chugged 11 White Claws. Your client now sees that you're ignoring the question and this will anger them. Just be cognizant of the timing of your post. If your client's waiting on something from you, don't go on a posting spree unless they don't follow you. Don't post anything political, or do. If you want to alienate half your audience, that's obviously your prerogative. Just know that the people who agree with you will like you even more, but the people who don't will hate you and never want to work with you. Sure, it gets great engagement, but it's probably not worth losing half of your potential client base because you want to reshare a memory of yourself storming the Capitol. Sometimes it's just knowing not when to post, right? This kind of falls in the same category as the last two, but if there was just a tragedy or an attack or a natural disaster, maybe lay off and give your real estate content some space. People already think realtors have a bad reputation when it comes to being too promotional. So don't post about how stupid people are for renting instead of buying after their entire town was just wiped out by a tornado. I'm not saying to not post at all. Social media can be a great tool to help and provide useful, meaningful commentary on the situation. Like during Hurricane Ian, I saw a ton of Florida agents drop the real estate content altogether and get super helpful on social media by providing resources, hotline numbers, and updates on what was going on in their community. So be a resource and a leader. Don't be a tone-deaf jerk. Do not post cheesy motivational quotes with no context. Nobody wants to hear that. What are you, a personal trainer or something? The secret of getting ahead is getting started. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as who you become by achieving your goals. You will never win if you never begin. What does this content do for anyone? What does it do for you? It does nothing for anyone. Stop posting the quotes. No one cares. Do not post generic holiday graphics. They aren't cute, they aren't funny, and they do nothing for your real estate business. In fact, I'd say they hurt it. You think anyone wants to see a Remax branded 4th of July template that says Happy 4th? What the does that do for anyone? It does absolutely nothing besides get zero engagement. And I know it's the 4th. Everyone knows it's the 4th. You don't have to acknowledge it on Instagram. Just don't post something that day if you have nothing to post. You don't need one of those generic holiday graphics. They're pathetic. Do not post just to post. I know all I do is rattle on about how important it is to be consistent with content, but you have to think of everything from a branding perspective. What does your brand mean? You water it down if you post a bunch of as the broke agent, I get tagged and sent a lot of content every day from agents, and I really appreciate it, and I use a lot of it. but a lot of people straight up ask me to share their reel or beg me to post their submission. And I'd love to, again, but I'm very aware of my brand. I want it to be the gold standard of real estate humor. And the second I start posting stuff that isn't funny, I lose that and I start watering down my page. I'm very particular with what I'll even put in my story. Yes, the story is more of a dumping ground for content, but I don't story everything I get tagged in. Every time an agent sees the key logo appear with a new post, I want them to know that it's probably gonna be quality and it's probably gonna be funny. And the same thing goes with your real estate brand. Your marketing and your brand will start to suck if there isn't a purpose behind your posts. Final thing, do not post a picture with a giant closing key. It just looks ridiculous. If you enjoyed that video, throw it a like and please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss these marketing videos. If you guys really enjoyed this video and want to see me dive deeper and actually show you how to implement all these strategies visually, click the link below in the description to get on the waiting list to our course, our social media course. It's coming soon. It's going to be epic. Classic, a course, right? Click it.